Yeah, no, there's a lot of positions out there right now for like podcast producers and editors, and that was like the main thing that it was you were responsible for like editing and uploading, which
Wait, you get paid for that?
Right.
What have I been doing?
I don't get paid for it. I would. I probably won't get that job. They're probably looking for somebody who was like a former, studio producer or something.
Yeah, or has like good editing portfolio.
Right.
Ooh, dude, he just said you're a shitty producer.
Yeah. I don't have a good one. I just have
Cody's like,
one.
Yeah, so you actually have to be good to do.
Yeah, well. I mean, you get what you paid for.
Because you didn't.
I work for free.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Nailed it.
It was late.
What's up, guys? We
Just
are
like
back
my
again.
pull-out game, a little late.
We are back again. This is our second attempt at an episode this week. We had an issue, but we're
It sounds like
through it.
I think we do that at least once a month.
Yeah, at least.
We're really killing it.
This episode's a little late. We know it's Friday, but we're gonna try to get it out tonight. If we don't, you'll get it soon. Whatever.
YouTube upload sucks.
Yeah, it really does come down to how fast YouTube will upload.
Takes
it
like
might be
2 fucking hours.
It might be tomorrow before you actually get the episode just from the YouTube upload. But did we talk about Collie got his fucking YouTube back?
Yeah, literally on that episode.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. It seems like they're doing a whole sweep right now because, like, we talked about also, I think Legion of Skanks lost their YouTube and a couple other comedy podcasts lost their YouTubes.
I didn't realize LOS did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
The more you know. Motherfucker.
Wow.
Wait, let's... What, bitch?
Whoa.
Did you almost call it a codpast? Yeah, I know. But yes, we are.
So we're leaving this in, right?
I
Because
don't
that was
know.
pretty funny.
What is happening right now?
I don't know. What?
Oh, thanks, man. We appreciate that. That's awesome. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, you're fucking welcome.
I want to come back at him like, thanks for saying that like it's a chore, but I mean, I get
it. Yeah, no, it's fair. All right, well, I'm going to finish recording. You guys have fun.
Yeah, sorry, dude. I didn't know you were recording. I was just going to ask if you want to get on the Sons of Forest, but you do your thing, dog.
All right. Later, bud.
Hang up, Cody. What are you doing? We're in the middle of a fucking podcast. All right.
That was completely impromptu and
no shit.
The
He
kind things,
answered a fucking call.
The kind things he said about the podcast.
Yeah, that was nice. He was kind of on the spot because we're in the
literally
middle of recording a podcast. But I mean, that's one way to get good reviews, right? It's
right.
Just force your friends. Next time we should always just answer calls and be like, "Hey, tell them how much you love this podcast." I've the JFK fucking I've listened to it.
We faked the moon landing.
Hey, you guys just had your first call in.
Fuck.
He was like, short time listener. It's been really great.
You're fucking welcome. Fuck.
Oh, I love that motherfucker.
Where were we? We're so rudely interrupted. Oh yeah, YouTube's just being a bunch of fucking whatevers right now.
Well, they're coming back. Like they're.
Yeah, I saw they were undoing a lot of the things they've done over the last year. Like, I forgot what it was. I'm not even gonna try.
Well, they're like because they tried to put in for like a lot of the gun tubers and shit.
Yeah.
You couldn't show loading the magazine, or you couldn't show screwing on a suppressor. But they
even if you were licensed.
Yeah, none of it mattered. But they completely demonetized it for like a week and a half, and then reneged on it. Ooh, you gotta be careful with that word.
It's reneged.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've always heard it reneged.
Yep.
I've
that's
never
not-
heard it that way.
Oh,
I think that might be a slur.
the more you know.
Yeah, it's like Indian giving or whatever. Anyway,
I mean, they did give us our land and then take the rest
Yeah,
back in reservations. So
you stole my land. You sold it for beats. So
yeah, you
I've
fuckers
heard-
were dumb enough
I've
to
heard
take the
Started
land.
Cody-
posting that on like Native American. They stole our land. Posted L's.
I've heard Cody mispronounce things so many times that I'm like starting to think this boy mispronounces that river in Africa, if you know what I mean.
Titicaca? Oh no, that's in South America.
It's a country.
No, that's a lake.
What?
Never
Lake
mind. Don't ask
Titicaca.
him geography
yeah,
questions
no.
either.
Oh, Nigeria. That one.
Oh, well, no. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Yeah, no, yeah. There's another one, but
There's a lot of slurs in there.
There is another.
It's another.
Wakanda?
There is another. Yeah, Wakanda.
So
Wakakanda.
so don't ask him geography questions either.
Oh,
Got
man.
it.
Yeah, dude, the Native Americans really took an L on that whole fucking land trade thing. I don't think
In
they
all
have much
fairness.
of a choice, but
Eh,
and we did go back and fucking move them around after the agreed upon things, but
bring bigger guns, bitch, or have them. They were not good people, by the way. I don't know why everyone paints them in that
well,
light.
well, you can't say they weren't good people, but you can't I know what you're saying.
Like-
you can't say they weren't good people. I'm sure there were good people among them, just
Okay.
like there's good people among any group.
Whatever.
However,
But they
yeah,
raped
it was
and pillaged.
they
and,
were
like,
doing the exact same thing that the white man was doing to them to all their other tribes in the area.
They teamed up with the white man to take on other
they
tribes.
did do that. Yes. Let's get on another topic. Any shower thoughts recently, Cody?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. I know you've been
Toilet
fucking
thoughts.
talking about shower
So,
thoughts for some reason.
I know we're on a pube kick. All I want in life right now is to be sponsored by Manscaped. I don't know if you've watched any podcasts or something with a Manscaped advertisement. But
ever
they-
been on YouTube?
Yeah, they have a beard trimmer now. And all I
Which
want...
is hilarious because I was just using their pube trimmer as a beard trimmer for the last
Bitch,
5
please
years.
stop walking on my joke.
No.
That is literally... And this is a joke, but it's also not. All I want is for the advertisement is they finally came out with a beard trimmer, so I can finally stop using the same trimmer that I do on my nuts on my face.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've never... Come on, man.
It's-
Who hasn't... Even when you had just a beard trimmer, you still used it on your nuts. Like,
I mean,
Okay,
yeah, like,
guys.
they're
that's why they
always
came out with the Manscaped, so that people can stop fucking cutting their nutsack open with an electric razor.
They're interchangeable. Like,
Yeah.
most of the time you're doing it in the fucking shower.
I have also definitely nicked myself with the Manscaped, so the whole
I've done it
premise of
once,
like
though.
completely safe is bullshit. I've definitely nicked my sack with a Manscaped.
Guys,
With
I
the
as
don't
of,
sack,
even, and
though.
I don't even Manscape that very often, so that's like one of the 3 times I've ever done it with that thing. I nicked myself, so that's 1 out of 3. It's not great.
I've only nicked myself on the sack once, and I trim it quite well.
You have a
Quite
smooth sack
frequently.
or like a gum sack though?
Well, like when it's warm and it's shriveled up, like it gets a little brain-esque.
Yeah,
Like it's got the
Little
rivers
raisin.
and yeah, but you gotta squeeze one of your nuts to the side to really smooth out that skin. And then-
see, I always try to just like grab and pull,
Yeah, see,
and
no,
that just
mm-mm.
it leaves all the ridges. That's
Nah.
smart. I never thought about squeezing a ball to the side.
Yep, gotta get that nice round shape.
How do you
and
get
then
that
just
in
shave it.
between though? Little,
You
little
just
divot.
your balls
You
move
just
around,
squeeze them
bud.
both.
Yeah,
up?
like you just kind of move them around until you can get fairly good at it.
sponsor us, Manscaped, please.
Manscaped.
We
Your
both
balls
I've,
will
already,
thank you.
yeah, we both already use your product, so.
I just want the beard trimmer, so
But I will say, as far as face trimmers go, I've never had a better face trimmer than Manscaped's ball sack trimmer.
Honestly, it
It's
works
great.
fantastic.
Yeah, I've never nicked my face with it, and I would always get like my old one would always get hairs caught up in it and shit, and like get jammed up or like pull a hair because it was like getting dull or something or losing battery. I like that thing. You never know. It's kind of annoying, but it's not in that you never know it's losing battery because it just dies.
Yeah,
it never it never does the. It just stops working. But that's awesome because you won't try to fucking trim with a half shave or a
where it's pulling the hairs
where
out.
It's actually just pulling them out. 'Cause that shit fucking hurts.
Oh, they're so fucking bad.
So bad.
Facial hair, I don't know what the follicle difference is, but worse than any. Like I tweeze my eyebrows.
I'd rather
pull
pull
my hair
fucking
out
hair off my taint than out of my face.
and mark your territory on a urinal.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are crazy. Are you kidding me?
No, these are real things. This is not a planned conversation.
No, this is not at all.
I'm sorry. Men are babies, dude. I've personally tweezed Boston's eyebrows before, and he was a little bitch about it. Dude.
Okay.
It was bad.
I tweeze my eyebrows by myself on a constant basis because I got.
Yeah, but you're used to it. I've had my
Wait,
eyebrows
wait,
tweezed
wait.
like 3 times in my life.
But that's what I'm saying.
And you need
So,
it
like,
more, dude.
Shut the fuck up. I'm talking. I do it all the time. If someone else is doing it, it hurts 10 times more.
Yeah, that's absolutely a fact too. I don't understand how women are capable of making popping a zit the most painful experience ever.
Right?
Literally, let me do it. I know that you enjoy it or whatever, but let me fucking do it because you will dig in with your claws. It takes pressure. You don't have to cut it out.
You're like fucking trying to peel it off with from the fucking pore.
It's
Dude.
Also, what is with women and wanting to see white shit come out of things? I think that is the sole reason.
It's so fucking gross.
It is.
It is. It 100%. They
just
all
wanna
want to
see white
fucking
shit.
pop zits. I don't get it. It's disgusting.
That's why they suck dick, is just to see the white shit come out.
It's evolutionary.
It's evolutionary traits. And I stand firm on this stance.
Or I think it's just a monkey. It's a monkey brain thing, dude. I mean, women are dog brains, but I'm just kidding.
Okay,
'Cause they
okay. I
bitches.
have to say, I actually agree with you guys because I don't know if you guys I know Boston probably had this experience too, but like, I don't know if you guys grew up with some kind of some woman in your family that would just constantly come up to you and just like, let me pop that, and they just grab your face or your arm or whatever the zit was. You know why it hurts from women? It's because
Because they
got
love inflicting
freaking
pain on men.
Yeah.
dude. Well, probably, but I mean, they have nails, dude. They
That's what I
have
was saying.
sharp nails.
Let me do it without my nails because all
Yeah.
it takes is pressure. You just have to put pressure on either side with your
Right.
thumb, not with your thumbnail.
Well,
Yeah,
and you
I'm
can
with
just
that.
you can fucking use your nail for just the head. You don't have to get all the way down to the skin. Like pop the head, get the pus out. You're good.
You want to get the fucking the root or whatever you.
Well, yeah, but you squeeze that out after you've already popped the seal.
See,
yeah,
the
that's
other
usually
thing,
how I'll usually like scratch the top off and then just kind of drain it.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. I don't know why you fuckers have to vice grip this shit.
I don't know.
honestly, dude, I think it's gross because of the fact that I'm like, nails have some nasty shit underneath them, dude. Like, I know
Yeah.
people not everyone's scrubbing their nails underneath their nails when they're washing their hands. And how many times are women washing their hands every day? I don't know, but they got longer
Not
nails, so
enough.
they're catching more stuff. And I'm over here like, do not scrape my zit with
Right.
I'm gonna get an infection because
Yes.
of your nasty nails.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't know. But I do think
But
it's
then we get yelled at if we take a piss and don't wash our hands, as if they've.
I don't.
Okay, well, I have been yelled at for taking a piss and looking at me like, "Are you not gonna wash your hands?" Like, fucking bitch. Do you wash your hands after you suck my dick?
Right.
You stick it in your mouth. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
See, dude, here's
it's
the
not
thing
like I'm
with
putting
that.
my hand in the piss stream.
I
Even then, it's
understand
sterile.
if you're at home and you're not gonna like wash your hands because that's your toilet and that's your sink.
I will
and
usually
whatever.
wash my hands if I just piss and I'm out in public.
Bro,
That's
I only
my
do that
thing.
if someone else is in the bathroom.
I do it because I was in the bathroom. Because it's a public restroom. I don't like using public restrooms to begin with. Like I don't
Same,
mind
yeah.
pissing in a public restroom, but like Dude, if I have to shit in a public restroom, it's not a good look. It's game over.
Oh,
I don't want to.
If
do
I
that.
shit, I'm always washing my hands.
No, it's just that I'm
Especially
thinking like
in a public restroom because they got
Well,
that.
yeah, obviously I'm washing my hands if I shit, but I'm saying I wouldn't. If I have to shit in a public restroom, it's last resort. I've already thought about everything else.
Fair.
Like when I had a service van, dude, if I had to shit and like the only reason I would use like a Home Depot bathroom to shit is because I couldn't find a good place to park my truck and shit in a bucket in the back of my truck.
The Home Depot parking lot.
No, because it's too like people can see through the front window and shit. It's yeah. Got to find like a a side off road or something.
see, I think public restroom you just wash your hands. It doesn't matter what you're doing. But I understand at home. I just
You live in
yeah.
Iraq, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if I can get home, I'll wait till I get home. It's the way to do it.
Dude,
but
there's no place like shitting at home.
going back to the zip popping thing,
Facts.
I do think it's monkey brain thing and like it's a grooming thing, like they gotta groom their partner or their offspring or whatever.
I don't know,
Confirmed,
man.
women are stupid.
I think the goo part is just fun because I have a strong stomach, but I like hearing and feeling the pop sound. But I'm not like going and chasing down my husband to pop his zits or anything. I'm not like weird about that. I'm like, you
I
can
wonder
pop
if
it
we asked him
yourself.
if he would have the same.
He
the
constantly
same story
asks
on that.
me, dude. He asks me to do it
That's
on his
weird.
arm or something, or his back, like if he can't
Oh,
reach
yeah.
it or something.
Well,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
but
I don't
Yeah, my
really
girl
feel
shaved
like
my back.
touching that.
shave.
Sorry, Cody. Some of us have back hair.
Gross.
It's a thing that happens when you have testosterone.
Gross. Dude, I try to keep. I hate body
I don't
hair.
have a lot of back hair. I get it like on my wings or what like what the fuck is that called? That
Your
muscle.
wings.
Your wings?
Yeah.
What?
Your chicken wings?
Like the part of my back that it in a line would be like with my triceps.
Oh, your sugar glider.
Yeah, my sugar gliders. What do you fucking call that?
Your
It's. I
your
do know
lats?
the-
Lats.
Yeah.
Lats. Yeah, no, I get hair on my lats. It's
That's
like
a weird spot to put.
Yeah. Both sides just on my lats. It's weird.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen like that. Seems pretty normal for a guy, right? Cody's pro
What,
estrogen,
just
so
there?
he's out of this. Yeah. Well, I don't think he's saying just there. Are you?
I mean, I'm sure I get it a little bit up. I know it comes up on like, my lower neck, upper back a little bit, but not bad. It would never like, yeah, I don't know. It's more peach fuzz up there than anything, but
You know what
Hey.
the worst hair is? Ass hair.
Well,
I don't
yeah.
mind it.
Dude, no, ooh, I fucking hate it.
I don't care. I don't like not having ass hair. I'll say that.
If you shave it, it does get a little chafy. I
Mhm.
will. I'll give you that. But that's why you use Manscaped ball deodorant.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's why I just leave my ass hair alone. I don't touch that shit.
Oh, dude, I can't
So,
stand it.
are you guys like? Well, I guess I should say, boss. Are you like pro Dingleberry then? Like what?
No,
You
dude,
don't-
I clean myself. I'm not a fucking animal.
It is
Okay,
hard. I
well-
have noticed
We've gone over this on the podcast 1,000 times, but I'm a shit and shower person. Like, if I take a shit, I'm usually showering right after.
That's
the
fair.
best way to do
Yeah.
it. But like if
Oh,
If
yeah.
I can, that's how I do it.
if you have a morning shit like right before you go to work or like when you're at work, you're like, "Oh fuck. Like better do this before the day
That's
gets
the
started."
fucking worst,
Dude,
The coffee
and
hits.
then
Yeah, when you shit in the morning and then you drink a coffee and then you shit again at like 10 a.m.
I don't have that problem.
Oh, dude, it's not even always that. It's just like, in the morning I'm in a rush, so I take a shit and then, maybe I didn't take long enough or like give myself enough chance to actually shit all the way out,
Oh, dude.
So like a
A
couple hours
re-shit?
later I'm like, fuck, I didn't like I really have to shit. I definitely did not clear out this morning.
Reshits are the worst.
But it's a lot worse when you're like using nicotine and drinking coffee because then
For sure.
yeah, and it hits. You take a shit, you take a shower, you get ready for work, get to work. You're at work for like an hour, and then boom, you gotta fucking shit again.
Dude, and then the fucking toilet paper that they use at like your work bathroom, it's
Oh.
always like half ply.
The
It's
fucking- I call
basically
it
80 grit
ghost
sandpaper. Yeah, like you got to use half a roll so your finger
It's
doesn't
just-
fucking slip out of it and tickle your
Right.
butthole.
It's the spirit of what once was toilet paper.
I swear to God, they're just drying out used toilet paper and like putting it on a roll. But
It's fucking terrible.
like
Yeah.
I've had that shit, and like you take a shit in the morning, and then you go to wipe, and you're doing a little extra wiping because you know that like you're gonna be moving around. Like I don't want no itchy asshole.
Right.
I've wiped myself to where the toilet paper is clean. There's a little bit of blood on it because you got a little too deep, and then 2 hours later, my asshole is still fucking itchy.
Yeah, that toilet paper just doesn't work, dude.
No, it's just like smearing it around on the ass hair.
I think that's literally what it does. I think it just mats it down onto your asshole rather than actually pull it off.
Yeah, dude.
So,
Like I've tried to
yeah.
go around
No, I know what
like
you're talking
all of
about.
the
Where
ass
your asshole,
cheek.
it's literally like the toilet paper's coming out with blood on it instead of poop.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I have to medically ask you guys, just because I do care about you guys for your health. Are you guys wiping too hard, or are you just popping hemorrhoids? Like, what the
No,
fuck
we're
is with
wiping.
the
Maybe a
blood?
little
We're
bit of
wiping
both.
too much.
Well,
That's
no,
the problem.
it only happens with that toilet paper. I'm fine with
Okay,
the toilet
okay.
paper I use at home.
Yeah, dude. It's like
Okay.
3 wipes most.
And like I said, sometimes I don't even wipe. I just go straight to the shower.
I still wipe if I'm gonna
Oh,
do that.
dude,
but
what?
Whatever. Not my shower.
Fucking clean my ass.
I just don't want it on the
Okay.
floor in my shower.
That little bit of poop water is gonna wash down
Wait,
your shower
wait.
drain, Cody. You're
Are
gonna be
you
fine.
like pro bidet then, or?
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, I've
Big
thought
time.
about it a
Are?
lot,
Yeah,
especially when my
I
asshole
wasn't
sore.
until I used one. A bidet would be a game changer. I was literally looking for one before I got laid off. I was like, I can't really justify that purchase now, but I was looking for a bidet and a good one. I wanted one that I could like run a hotline over for.
Ooh, that'd
Yeah,
be soothing.
I wanted the one that does hot and cold.
Are you
I want
talking
the
about?
one with the jet stream that tickles your prostate too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
God.
know. Like, isn't there one that has like there's a hose option where it looks like a kitchen sink hose, and then there's the one that's like already
Those
in
are
the
like
toilet with
those
the
are like the
squirt?
travel ones, the hose ones.
Oh,
those you
I
don't
thought that was
actually.
just rednecks fucking doing a bidet.
No, that's like
No,
one
there's like a real one like that,
you
and I
put
know
down
I've
and it's got a little pump and you put it into the tank up top.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah, it's not great. Those are dumb with this handheld. But you want to get one of the ones that definitely does not have the little fucking arm that comes down because that shit's fitting to get splattered.
oh
Yeah.
God.
You got to have the one. You know what I'm talking about. The one where it
Yeah.
looks like a fucking bendy straw comes out of it and down and hooks
yeah,
around,
dude.
and it's like directly below your fucking asshole. Like that's awesome. It's probably got a good angle, but it's also covered in shit.
Yeah, that's a design flaw. You're spraying shitty water at your
Yeah.
asshole.
Is that just
Somebody
because it's
else's
like?
shit probably.
Blech.
Is it like because it's a cheap model of a bidet or something?
It's
Because
just a
I've
different
seen
design,
those.
but most of the ones that like I've used that I like are like they're they still drop down, but then they're just angled up, and you just kind of
Mhm.
lean forward to like get it in there.
Dude, if they don't have this, I'm patenting it right now. But I'm sure they have one that like just hides underneath the toilet seat, and then
That's what I'm
like,
talking about.
you press the okay, I'm ready for a pressure washer in my asshole, and it just like moves
Just
out.
swings out. Maybe I don't
Like
know.
they've got to have that.
Go
I would
look
think.
it up. If not, patent it. Might as well.
See, that's the thing that scares me about bidets, because I don't know if you ever been to like a family or friend's house and they're like, "Oh, dude, you try the bidet? It's new. It's so cool." And I'm like looking at it like it's one of those fucking bendy straw ones, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I definitely did not try your fucking bendy straw bidet because I know that there's some shit particles on
Yeah.
that, and I am not gonna try that." Like that's why
Also,
I've always been
why are
anti
your
bidet.
friends
Well-
asking you about your bowel movements?
And I'll say this: ever since I used one of the
I don't
heated
know.
ones, like a cold water bidet, just doesn't. I mean, it does the job, but it's not nearly as like
Yeah.
enjoyable. I
I
guess
feel like
Well-
that causes a
word.
lot of clinching.
it does. Yeah,
like-
no, it does. It can't get up in there because your butthole just fucking squeezes right
Well,
up.
people
man.
use it, Cody, for peeing too. Like it's not just for poop.
Yeah, but you'd want to. Well, I'd assume you'd want to wash that with warm water too.
Oh, I know, but he was saying like, why are people asking about your bowel movements? I'm like, well, you know what? That is a good fucking question, first of all. But if I'm going to the bathroom,
But
like
people
use
okay,
it for
that's
both.
a real thing. Every time you go to a house that has a bidet and you come out of the bathroom, they're gonna ask, "Did you use the bidet?" Every
I've
single
always been
fucking
asked.
time,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, dude.
Every
I've always
time.
been asked, and I'm like, no, dude. Why are you asking me? First of all, do
Okay,
you want
but
to know
if
if I
it's
used it?
the one that you described to us was the one that stays stagnant, pointing at your butthole, bendy straw.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know a lot about women's anatomy, but I know the holes aren't in the same place.
They're pretty fucking close.
I mean, yes, but one's designed to be accurate.
Well, the only difference, Cody, is the middle part.
Well,
Really,
it's not that it's
the
designed to
butthole
shoot
is
anywhere.
still.
It's all in butt
Yeah.
placement. That's the thing. You
Yeah.
might catch a jet stream to the ass cheek if you're not careful, you know.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
fair.
you don't have to
You
go
gotta sit
measure
in
your
just the right
asshole and
spot.
then.
And that's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
you know
Like the nice ones that are tucked back and just angled up, even those ones, you kind of you have to like lean forward for it
You
to
have
really
to
get
kind
up
of
in it.
like
Yeah,
lean
you gotta
towards the
kind of
stream,
spread your asshole, like spread your ass
Mhm.
cheeks apart to let it like do its thing.
really push
Yeah,
back into it.
You definitely don't need any diameter of your
Although,
asshole to
I
set up your
wonder if
bidet.
those ones would be problematic for women because it's pushing towards the vagina rather than away.
Not necessarily, dude. I mean,
Just
You might
queef.
I
get
think.
shit water up in there.
See, that's the thing that I'm like, I could see it being super
UTIs.
beneficial for men, but I don't know, man. I don't know if
Yeah, I'm
I'd
not
use
that
that.
worried about. But I've definitely got like I've used a bidet and then like my balls have water on it. You know, I don't know if that's from just splash or overspray or you know what.
I mean, I've taken
Poseidon's
a
kiss.
shit big enough to where I get water on my balls, so.
This is probably super enjoyable conversation for the listeners. Let's throw
We're
that.
very
This is
relatable,
good. This is
dude.
good
I don't
radio.
know. Talking about real problems.
Yeah.
This is real life. It's a
Mhm.
real life podcast.
Everybody
Mhm.
poops. I'll buy you the book.
Please. Were you ever the shy pooper
I'm still a shy
Like,
What are you
pooper.
talking about?
in public restrooms at like school? Like, you're sitting on.
No,
and
that's
then,
what I'm saying. I don't do that.
Yeah, me either.
well, but not even in school. Like,
No.
I mean, I
I
tried
don't think
my.
I ever shat at school, dude. Maybe like in an emergency, but like yeah.
Well, yeah, like I
There
would
was no
try
way I
my
was
best
shitting in
to
a school
not,
bathroom.
but there would be times where you're just sitting there, and then someone walks in, and you're like, "Shut that shit off immediately!
Yeah.
Don't make a noise." Even though you can see my fucking feet, and you know what tennis shoes I'm wearing because we just came from the same fucking classroom.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, yeah, I'd probably shut it down for a minute. But also, sometimes you shut it down and it doesn't want to come back. So sometimes,
Yeah,
I don't know,
ruins
depending
it.
on the scenario, I might just push through that. But like, if I was ever shitting at school, I remember I did shit at my high school, but we had this like bathroom that was just for teachers and like disabled kids. And I conned a key off of one of my teachers. Like we made a copy of the key for it. So, I would use that bathroom, even though I was definitely not supposed to.
Bro, I would
But
do
it's a
that
single,
shit now.
single person bathroom. So, I'd fucking sit in there and play games on my phone and shit. That's
Dude.
probably why they don't want us using it.
Look, all right. That's how we solve the transgender bathroom issue and everyone's issue. Everything's single stall.
It takes up so much room, though.
I don't
You
care.
know what's Cody? It's funny you said that because I also went to the same high school, and like I think by my senior year they made that one of those like, what do you call those, like all gender bathroom or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
That bathroom he's talking about, because that was the same situation. I used to use the same bathroom for the same reason.
Dude, I would be using that bathroom every time.
Except
Well-
I stopped using it because so many people started using it again, and it got nasty quick. So I was like, well, guess I'm waiting until I get home. Which is not good for your health. I don't recommend it, but I'm an anxiety shitter, dude. I don't know what to do.
I'll throw this out there for any, if you're in high school and listening to this, first of all, don't.
Don't go to high school?
Turn it off. No, don't listen
No,
to this.
turn this
it
off.
But if you're in high school and you're listening to this, little piece of friendly advice, get tight with like the fucking drama teacher and like the club teachers, because you don't even have to be in their club. But like if you get tight with them, they'll fucking like they'll give you the key for the teacher's bathroom. They'll fucking like let you into the areas or show you how to get into areas that you're not supposed to be in, like they will give you the ability to make your life a lot easier.
Okay, so like with the arts, Like if it's drama or music or whatever, usually I'll situate it in one wing.
Right.
But those, you either have the stuck-up, like, music theater teacher that no one wants to fucking deal with. She's a cunt, whatever.
I
But
had that.
usually, especially your music teacher, like if he plays guitar or bass, he's a stoner. You already know. And usually
yeah.
they're cool as fuck. They do not care as long as you're chill and like you just talk to him about the 80s music, something that he enjoys.
Oh,
or
80s
she,
music.
like you will be their best
Just-
fucking student.
Yeah. I mean, 9 times out of 10, any of those things, they're all, you get in with the art teacher and get in with the English teachers. They're all in charge of all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
That's all it is.
My experience was all I had to do was be a TA for any teacher.
Oh, yeah,
and I
that'll
got that.
help. Yeah.
Just being a TA for anybody,
That's the
because I don't
fast
know.
run.
Like, I had a pretty shitty theater teacher, and I did not want to be buddy-buddy with them because they were pretty terrible. But I had a great... I TA'd for a really great teacher that also just let me go home a lot of days because they're like, oh, we're not really doing anything. If you want to walk out the building, I won't say anything.
Oh,
and
nice.
I'm like, okay, yeah. Same kind of thing. I mean,
TA'd
just
for
TA.
the gym teacher. That was fucking, that was a
Oh,
trip,
I
dude.
did do
was
that
fun.
too.
we would sit in the equipment. All my buddies had that as an off period because I took my off period at the end of the day so I could go home earlier.
Right.
But they all took their off period during that period, and I was the gym teacher's TA, so they would just come hang out with me in the gym, and we would go into the equipment room or whatever and just play like dodgeball in the equipment room and shit.
Fuck yeah.
It was so fun. It was the dumbest class I've ever taken. It was so fun. But yeah, we could, like, I had keys. I had my own keys to the equipment room, so like anything came up, you know, like we were just hanging out after school. We wanted to like play basketball or something. I had a key to get in and get a basketball. It was fucking awesome.
Dude, you know what was tight is I was having problems. I overloaded my schedule like my junior or senior year, and I was talking to the dean about it when I was like in trouble for something. And I was like, listen, I'm just struggling in life right now. They're like, have you thought about being a TA? And I was like, no. And they're like, why don't we get you set up as a gym TA so you can do your homework during that time? And I was like, wait, you're advising me to not do what I'm supposed to do as a TA? Okay, cool.
No,
So I
that's
did
all
that.
gym TA was. It was a fucking homework.
Oh yeah.
period.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was
They
wonderful.
don't need your help with anything.
No.
It was cool because it was like you could do your homework, you could hang out with your buddies, you could literally just leave that class.
Yeah.
They didn't care. Or you could have like your buddies come into the class and then play dodgeball in the fucking equipment room. Or if they were playing dodgeball or something fun in class, like you could just hop in and fucking play with them.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, well, we had study hall, and that was actually half an elective credit.
Really?
Yeah, each
Huh.
semester it was half an elective credit, and like you didn't have to take it, but we did.
Yeah,
And,
I
like
would.
every now and again I would do homework, but most of the time it was me and my buddies all in the cafeteria. We'd order fucking blackjack to the cafeteria, go grab it, be chilling there, be chilling on our phones. We got really into like we were making fun of the one kid that was on his laptop playing Minecraft,
Oh.
and then we downloaded it on our phones, and we actually got like into it. Like that is what we did for like 2 months.
We're fucking Mark Wahlberg and the other guys.
Yeah,
you learn
dude.
ballet to make fun of the gay kid.
We were fucking making fun of him, and so we downloaded it as a joke, and then we started playing it, and like
It was a fun game.
Yeah, no,
It was
like, we were having a good time.
we used to chill in our one of the math teachers had like it was like a math help kind of thing during his lunch hour. We would go, it was our lunch hour, so we would just go in there and he let us fucking set up a TV and like a PlayStation, and we would just like play PlayStation on our lunch break in his room while all these other kids were like learning how to do math.
That's
Damn,
dope.
dude. I didn't get that math teacher. That's
Dude,
cool.
you had him though.
I did?
Probably Hike.
I did. What? He didn't let me play PlayStation.
Yeah, he's.
You didn't
let us-
ask.
we would sit in the corner, fucking set up an Xbox or a PlayStation.
Nah,
or
dude.
something.
It's probably
I think
because
my
I was
buddy
in that.
brought his PC one time.
It's probably because I was in that help session, actually having to do math.
No,
Because I suck at math.
I mean I actually learned things in there though, because I would like they'd be he'd be helping them with something, and I was like in the middle of a round and be like, "What's that? Oh, I actually really need help with that."
Dude, I got to give some credit to high school teachers. There was a couple like Hike, like he really clarified math for me in a way that nobody ever had before.
The
Yeah,
good
I
ones
still
are
don't
great.
understand
Yeah.
it, but he tried. He really did.
Yeah. Well,
Dude.
and I mean, like, there's a lot of things like I'm doing in college now because of the way that like my science I had really good science teachers my last 2 years that really inspired me to like challenge myself and like, yes, I kind of regret my degree because it's a little too hard, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's something to be proud of because it is. I did challenge myself through college instead of just taking an easy way out kind of thing. But I got to give
Yeah.
some cred to some high school teachers.
Dude, the good high school teachers are fantastic. Like, those are the ones that I was like, oh yeah, dude, 6 figures right away, no questions asked. It's all the other shitty ones that I don't care. I mean,
Right.
me just fucking around. It's like my sophomore year. No, it was my sophomore year. I was just fucking around and I didn't have anything to do because I didn't have my schedule fully set up. And so I just went to my English teacher's classroom because she always had snacks. She was teaching junior/senior level AP language arts. And I went in there and I was just fucking around eating food. She's trying to teach all these juniors. I was like, she was going over like phonetic, like how the phonetics for the dictionary actually work. She was like, oh yeah, and then we have this upside down E, blah, blah, blah. And I look at her, I was like, this is a room full of juniors and seniors. Like, you mean a schwa? And she looks at me, she's like, why the fuck aren't you in this class? I was like, it's a junior senior class. I'm just fucking around right now. She's like, go take this class. I'm going to recommend you for it. And like, I was set. That
Hell
put
yeah.
me light years ahead of everyone
yeah.
else.
No doubt.
I
yeah,
think
no, the good. You notice though, it's never those teachers that are like. Those teachers, the good ones, never like, or at least to the students, never bitched about how little they made.
Right.
They were
Mhm.
never like, oh, I'm so fucking underpaid for this. The ones that were always like, I'm so fucking underpaid for this are the ones that were like shit ass teachers.
Coming
Mhm.
stoned and putting on Finding Nemo for every biology
Or they
class
just-
because they
they
were
would
too
just-
stoned to fucking teach.
No, they were the ones that would just cook through the fucking whatever the book was they had to teach out of, you know.
Mhm.
And
It was
whether you
those ones.
kept up with them or not, whatever. And then they get to the end and be like, how come nobody fucking passes my class?
Oh, dude, I literally had a biology teacher that, you knew he was stoned or hungover every time because he would put on Finding Nemo and then you had to write a 1-page report on how it related to biology and blah, blah, blah. I
Ugh.
watched Finding Nemo 13 times in a semester.
Oh shit!
Public
I
school.
used the same paper every time.
We watched all of Band of Brothers in one of my history
Oh,
classes.
same.
sick.
That was
It was
that
actually
was
it,
cool,
yeah, no,
though.
it was dope actually, but I think we watched Saving Private Ryan in that class too. But,
Dude.
I mean both a great movie and a great series.
Oh, yeah.
So
There was this one teacher, I know Boston had them too, which was like I have to shout out them just because they, for that reason you brought up, boss, about the pay cut thing, they only ever mentioned it once, but it was they had a doctorate. So much they went
Oh.
back to school because they were like, I want to get back in research and I want to do this and that. Worked in a lab, led research, whatever. And then they're telling me this whole story and they're like, but I really was just feeling like this wasn't it. After all the school and everything, it just wasn't it. So they came back to teach high school because he's like, I want to be able to like actually teach you. He said degenerates to me. He said, I want to
Yeah.
teach you.
he was
degenerates.
one of those teachers that was like really mean to the students, but like in a
Oh,
joking
yeah.
way.
No,
yeah.
But
those
in
were
a
the best
great way.
teachers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but he was like the nicest guy you'd ever meet though. Like you
No, yeah,
go
he was
ask him
super
some,
nice.
he was like
I had a
he was
teacher
a
call me a fuck up
nice.
and then proceed to give me an A on the test.
Oh, same. Yeah, he did that to me once. But no, I'm just saying like he was totally not in it for the pay because he was like, yeah, I have a doctorate, so I still make decent money for a teacher's salary, but it was definitely a big pay cut. But he was like, it was totally worth it though. He's like, my passion is teaching teenagers. Like I like that they're moldable, like they're malleable. Their brain is malleable, and that they're still figuring out who they are. And I can get them interested in real shit and cool shit in science. I want to do that.
cool shit like chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, chemistry's pretty cool when you learn how to blow shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's the
Um,
reason I got so into chemistry. It's my fucking minor now.
Speaking of minors, TikTok's getting banned.
Oh boy, dude.
That was a fantastic
Where are all
transition.
those beautiful babies gonna go?
I am so
Cody's giggling. Oh, Boston's giggling. Hold
Sorry.
on. LOL.
Sound clip.
Hashtag can't breathe.
in Minecraft. uh, anyways,
Bro, I was watching Gilly and Keeves today, the fucking Uncle Daycare one. Have you seen that?
what?
Yeah, it was like a play on like COVID closed all the daycare, so they opened a daycare that was for uncles,
Oh no,
and they're showing
there's a
them
lot
like,
of touching involved in there.
well, they're showing them like Instagram clips and stuff, and they're like, "How old do you think she is?" He's like, she's like, he's like, "I don't know, so I have to assume she's a minor," and they all fucking cheer.
It's funny, but it's way too true.
Yeah. No, yeah,
It's
they
a-
hit the
it is
nail
a-
on the
it's
head
a
with a lot
problem.
of those skits, dude. Gilling Hughes was fucking hilarious. Sorry.
But anyways, TikTok's getting banned, possibly, maybe. We don't know.
Again.
I'm not a law person. But I really just hope it does. I watch TikTok, don't get me wrong. I've found some good creators on there. But I'm just so excited for the Tik-Thots to all of a sudden not be able to make money.
Yeah.
Those are the people that
They
I-
have no skills outside of that. But here's the thing. They'll find a way. Like,
they will, but
OnlyFans is going to blow up, you know? Like, they'll find something. They would rather do that than work.
well, yeah.
So,
I mean, and in all fairness, me too.
yeah, same.
But
Boston's quoting Kim Kardashian. Get your ass up and work.
Yeah. Good old KK.
on that Brazilian butt lift. But the amount of times, like, I'll just be scrolling through TikTok, whatever, just burning time, and then it'll come to like all of a sudden it'll throw the live videos in there, and it's just like girls talking on their phone in like their pajamas or like changing but off screen because you can't show like nudity or anything. But the amount of fucking thirsty ass dudes that are like, oh, maybe she'll have a nip slip, or maybe she'll like me. It's like, how?
I don't have that
Co-
feed. I think.
Cody's describing himself.
Yeah. So TikTok curates what it shows you, and
Yeah.
it doesn't show me any of that.
It's like midday. Like I'll get lives of a bunch of random shit.
I
but
do get a lot of like notifications for so and so just went live on TikTok, and I'm like, I don't even follow this person.
yeah, or a lot of the
I don't
time,
follow anyone on TikTok, I don't think, but
like, so their comments will be like mentioned you, and then it'll come up as like a notification, and it'll be so and so creator mentioned you on TikTok live because it's in their title. It shows that, and you're like, what the fuck? And then I'll click on it. It's like, it's literally her
the
fucking
title is
biography
mentioned
of
you.
the video.
Oh.
And so, but like, I'll get that shit, and then I'll look at it as like, literally nothing interesting's happening. Like, even if
I do see those a lot on not on TikTok but on Twitch, like the pool girls and stuff on Twitch.
right,
But-
didn't that get banned for a while?
Yeah, I think they allow it again though. They cracked down on it a lot because there was like some a lot of nip slip stuff happening, and like there were some that were just like chicks making out and stuff that they banned all that, but they still get away with it.
If you're gonna want, like, if you want to watch porn, literally search the internet for it.
I don't understand why it's even permeating into that. I don't know. Maybe it's like that there's a thrill in that, like they're not professionals, you know?
Yeah, or they're waiting for like the big reveal.
Right. Yeah, it's somebody who's never actually done that kind of stuff. I don't know, but I don't have a problem with it, but I do think it will be funny if they end up without anywhere to go.
I hope they go on that OnlyFans streaming service of
Yeah.
like they have to join a ranch.
Right. Yeah. Has that shit started yet, or is
I
that
have
just,
no idea.
Mm.
I haven't. I saw the advertisement one time.
I wanted to watch the roast of Burt Kreischer on there just because Big J was
right.
on it, but even he said he didn't do that well on it, so I might just not. I don't know. I'm not gonna fucking subscribe to OnlyFans if I have to pay for it or something, you know.
Maybe a one. If it's like what, $10 a
pirate
month?
it.
Okay, fair point.
I'll just pirate it and send money to them.
But how did I hate TikTok? Like I like the creators that I follow because they're actually entertaining. Like
Mhm.
they'll either tell stories or do skits or whatever. But half the fucking feed of just number one, like hot women just like lip syncing comedy clips.
That's annoying.
Oh, dude, it's so bad.
I've been on there fucking. I've seen a few of those, and like, it'll say the original or whatever. I find this more on Instagram, but it'll be like this is an original sound. So I'm like, it better be the fucking comedians. And then I click it, and it's whoever started the trend or
Right.
a ways back. I'm like, motherfucker, like you couldn't even give any. It never crossed your mind. One of the ones I saw that I actually ended up commenting on was a teacher is like a trend of teachers, and they're all doing that Louis C.K. bit on teachers.
Which one?
About like just the job description of a teacher is like, this is how a teacher goes into life, and it's like do this and accumulate this much debt. And I'm not gonna do the joke, but
I think I know which one you're talking about. There's so
it's
many
like
teacher
it's
bits.
trending right now. Tying it back to teachers, it's trending right now. Teachers like basically just a bunch of bitches complaining about their job, like, oh, my job's so hard, it's so stupid. Why did I do this? I don't know. Get a different job. Why are you complaining about it on Instagram?
Right. You spent 6 years
And
doing this.
None of them actually fucking like gave the original artist credit, which I find hilarious, being that they're all teachers. They're literally plagiarizing someone's work. So
you know how many times I got flagged for that?
Literally, that's
For
what I
putting a quote
That's
in?
what I said. I'm like, oh, so when I steal somebody's work, it's plagiarism and I have to talk to the counselor. But when you do it, it's Instagram followers. Fuck out of here.
I got plagiarized flagged for putting in a quote on my paper and I forgot a quotation mark. So whatever fucking software that they were using flagged it as I
got a lot of false flags on my papers and shit.
Yeah, like it was just I made a typo, not a fucking plagiarism.
I had one that was really bad in college because I had used, and this was hilarious, I had quoted one of my papers, like one of my earlier papers I had turned in for a different class, which is fine. You could do that. Like,
right, you're the artist.
Yeah, and it wasn't like it wasn't in a text or in a case where it was like, oh, this person says this about this. It was like I've already worded this in a really good way, but if I just throw it on the paper, it's gonna flag as plagiarism because I've turned in the paper that
Right.
So if I say it exactly like that again, so I quote myself. I'm like, I have said this before in this way. I'm quoting myself.
Right.
And it flagged that as plagiarism.
Jesus Christ, I hate everything. Anyways, TikTok thoughts. Get fucked. I was gonna say something that was semi-intelligent, but I forgot it.
Seriously doubt that.
I said semi, motherfucker.
I appreciate the qualification, but it doesn't undo the facts.
He tried.
Oh. On shower thoughts. I have to write these down now because otherwise they go out of my head.
Shower journal.
Yeah, I come up with like 5 really good topics for the podcast every day, and I just don't write any of them down.
Yep. That is my problem every week. But with everyone freelancing now, how are the pimps doing? Because I really
It's a
don't.
good question, man.
You don't hear about them anymore. Like,
I think you're only getting pimps with like bottom of the barrel kind of shit probably anymore. Like literally, like streetwalkers have pimps. That's probably it.
right, like hookers have to be like freelancing themselves. Like the
You know, there's
profit's
actually-
way better.
I know this is like a joke premise, but there is actually a really good video on this. If you ever watched the Soft White Underbelly stuff?
Never heard of it.
I think we watched some of it on here one time, but there's a channel on YouTube called Soft White Underbelly. This guy just interviews like a bunch of really, just the dregs of society.
Oh, solid. Hit me up.
I think we watched part of one because it was like the guy that was barking, Ray. He interviewed like those people in West Virginia and like one of the guys only spoke in barks.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he does really good work, but he just recently did one with he does a lot of pimps. Actually, there's like probably 3 or 4 of them that are pimps, but the most recent one I saw was like a white pimp.
Oh,
and it was,
I like the inclusivity.
Yeah, they're really branching out.
It's really really forward of them.
But it was weird because like I'm watching it and the pimp is like a kid, like you can tell,
Bro, baller.
he was like 19.
You can't knock the grind.
Yeah, well, I think his girls were around. They were like 18, 19 also. Obviously, terrible childhoods and all kinds of shit. But
We all have daddy issues. We deal with them in different ways.
but he actually like kind of laid out. He laid out his idea or what he tells the girls to convince them why they need a pimp. None of it's really. Security, maybe, I guess, but I mean, you're gonna get beat up by your pimp, right? So,
Well, yeah, I mean that's just par for the
know.
course.
right, I guess if he beats you less hard than the Johns, that's good. But
Unless you're into it.
plus, it's not like it's really security because you're gonna get fucked up by the John, and then you're gonna go tell the pimp, and then the pimp will do something about it. It's not like he's standing in the room with him,
And then probably slap you for being a fucking narc.
right? Like you're gonna get beat up either way. It just there really is no reason for a pimp, but he
Keep
kind of
that
laid
pimp
out.
hand strong.
He laid out all the reasons that he gives the girls for why they need a pimp, and it's a pretty interesting video if you're interested at all in that. It's a good watch.
So I really, honestly, after you saying that, I respect pimps more because they're putting in that work. Like you got to do that convincing. It's like the guy at the bar.
Yeah, no, they gotta fucking gaslight the fuck out of these girls.
Yeah, like you got to get that psychological
Well,
manipulation in, and that's
it's
work.
kind of like when you watch those documentaries about the cults, though, where you're listening to these people and they're just fucking dumb as shit.
Know your audience. Like, that's all I gotta say.
and that's what it is. It's like, yeah, they are masters of gaslighting. Do I respect that? Absolutely. That's
That's
the
what I'm
goal.
trying to get to.
But it only works with really dumb women.
Also, what I'm into.
Yeah, no, you got to have a pimp though. Got to have a pimp.
But no, yeah, like the smart whore is gonna just freelance herself. You're gonna take all that profit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah,
daddy
but
issues and
What
whatnot.
about when you first get in the game? Like-
Well, and that's what he was talking about, like money management. That was a big one he like kept touching on. Was like they don't know what to do with their money, so I take their money and
They're
then
teaching you like fucking
provide-
NFL players do. Like,
Literally.
here's your financial class.
that was what he was like. I spend this much on their drugs, and I spend this much on their food, and I spend this much on their housing.
Getting more of like
Yo, I
the
mean, they got the
security
essentials.
of it,
huh?
like protection, like the actual protection of it, like the security of it, like
But that's
you
what
know,
I was
like,
saying
you're-
is like it's not like he's actually offering protection in that like he's in the room with them when they're
right.
escorting. Like
He's cucking.
yeah, it's not like that. Like they'll get beat up by a John and then go tell the pimp about it, and then the pimp might or might not do something about it. He probably will to like send a message, but even then, it's like you already got beat up. So
Bro, you didn't pay for that package.
Yeah, I feel like
You think they have
you could-
subscription fees?
but like the word is out there. Like people who use escorts probably know if you fuck with an escort, you're gonna get beat up by a pimp. So you could just go out as an escort and assume that they assume that you have a pimp.
Right.
So
You
I
think?
don't know.
Serious question. Everything's going to subscriptions.
Right.
Do you think hookers have subscriptions?
$50
like,
a month, you get a
you
blowy
get a
every other week.
Yeah. Like, not a bad business model, really.
No.
Isn't that just like a regular at that point? Like I don't know if it's.
Well,
mean,
it is
you
a
know-
regular, but they
you
get
know
a
if
deal,
they-
so they keep coming back.
You know, if they ever
Oh.
legalized, if
Don't
they
you
ever
think they do that?
legalized sex work in that way, like if they legalized nationwide prostitution, it would end up in a subscription model.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything's subscription model now.
I'm sure strip clubs are subscription, like have some sort of like
well, I mean, that's like there's like
loyal customer discount
there
or
are-
something.
absolutely there's like high end clubs and shit in Vegas and stuff that you have to be a member of to get into, and you have to pay thousands of dollars a year to be a member at this club to get in to spend more money.
But you get a
It's a
blowy
strip
and an
club,
old fashioned every other month.
It's a strip club / whatever they'll you can pay them to do. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's Vegas. You get away with fucking anything.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of times that coke has been sold.
What
in
was the
middle.
original point of this?
I was just wondering if hookers are starting to freelance.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, there's always been freelancers, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, but like it's got to be way more popular.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's like everyone else going like, okay,
But they
Hear
still
me
have
out.
that's another thing though. I don't know how it works, but I know like in Vegas they have like the distribution stuff where they'll distribute media and content that'll get people there to, use the prostitutes.
advertisement fees.
Advertisement. Yeah, they'll put out the flyers on the street and stuff. Like nobody's using fucking the Craigslist personal ads anymore or anything like
Well,
that.
unless
Like
you're
you
in
have
like
to go
Alabama.
through yeah, I'm sure you could probably just use like your
I'll pretend to be your sister.
you could probably just use your mom's contacts for that.
Your ancestry.com.
That's the one. That's what I was looking for.
But
Ooh,
I
another cousin. Hell yeah.
like hear me out. So everyone, there's a lot of like business models that are going to like freelance.
Mhm.
And so like you can just go to a company and you take 100% of the profit, where usually like if you're under a company, the company is the pimp.
Right.
The company provides you some protection. But they take a lot of like
That
what
sounds
your
like
work
insurance sales.
could
Yeah. You're
Yeah, it could be the same.
1099. You work for a distributor, but you're 1099 and take on a lot of the risk, but you get that little extra, help.
Yeah, you get the little bit of protection,
God
but
damn
you're
it,
not
dude.
making
State
the
Farm
profit.
is a pimp.
Jake, you fuck.
Jake from State Farm is a pimp.
Jake, you sly fox.
That's why he's calling at night. Well, he sounds hideous. She sounds hideous.
Well, he is, but his
Man, that commercial
assistants aren't.
that commercial came and went pretty quick, huh? There was a really good commercial that they were pumping out a lot, and then the vibe changed on like you can't say that.
Well, they first they swapped him with a black guy.
Right, that's I only know the guy from State Farm as the black guy because I saw way more of those than I did the one before that. So I only know him as that, but like when they had to stop, I assume at some point they stopped doing the like, well, she's a guy, so she sounds hideous. Well, she's a guy. So.
That made for great memes though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah, dude.
Quite relevant.
What do you say we wrap this one up? I think we've been going for quite a while.
All right. We're wrapping this shit up.
You would
this
think
is the wrap up.
every time we close a show, you would think we've never closed a show before.
Sometimes they're smoother.
How do we do this? Shit. Fuck.
You kinda-
follow us.
You kind of just threw it on me, so
I know, but somebody has to end the show. Follow us at Don't Tell Me Cast on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Don'tTellMePodcast.com. I know we haven't done anything with it, Cody.
insert clip here.
Yeah. Just start, wow, maybe we should do something with it before we go plugging it.
So Patreon, subscribe.
Subscribe to our Patreon. I know there's nothing new on there. There's some old shit on there. Go check it out.
I got some blooper reels.
But that's also a really great way. I check the Patreon pretty often just to see. But if you want to like really get a hold of us, that's a good way to do it. You can message us or just comment on our page on Patreon or message us on Instagram.
Yeah. Follow all of the shit. Manscaped.
Come on.
I really need a fucking beard trimmer. That's all I want. Really. I don't even need money. I mean, I do, but like.
Do we have a large listener base? No. Do we have a consistent listener base? No. Do we have a loyal listener base?
Would we if we had
Also, no.
Manscaped? Probably.
Do we have a dumb listener base? Most likely. They will buy products. So hit us up.
They have their mom's credit card.
All right. Later, bitches.
Later, fuckers.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.